Can you just help me get this carabiner off?
Right, okay.
It just keeps getting caught in the tooth.
It's alright, it's alright.
So we got up this morning at 4:30 a.m. because there was likely to be a gap of light winds before winds picked up until the afternoon. And we'd recce this fantastic site where you can take off in every direction. But it's high, and yeah, we've driven up here and we're in fog. We're in pretty thick fog, and now light drizzly rain, or is this fog rain? But yeah, no chance of flying until this lifts. So today we're really hoping to just get as far to the east as possible, like well past Dumfries would be amazing. We just need to make ground. We're quite behind the expedition. The rest of the ground crew are, heading down into the Lake District, and yeah, we are stuck on this piece of coast that is always windy. We just need to get out of the windy coast and back to where, conditions are more flyable. But we can't be sitting around in a field for another day. I'm making tea, passing time, making the best of a pretty boring morning of weather. I can't see the fog lifting anytime soon, and there's not enough wind to blow it away. Making a rapid retreat from the field. This sneaky early morning flight before the winds picked up is into a bit of a disaster, as we've been sitting in fog, which has got thicker and thicker for a couple of hours now. So time to make a dash, do a hot breakfast, cheer everybody up, to have another go this afternoon.
We are finally off and leaving the field between here and Port Patrick. Really amazing tailwinds doing 37 miles an hour. We are going to make decent headwinds despite not taking off till 6:30. Yes, beautiful smooth air. Woohoo! We are off again.
So we've just landed in this big brown field, made 19 miles on that flight. From here on, I think it'll get smoother. Now we're just hoping that the support crew saw us come in and land, and we'll be arriving with a new battery soon. We'll definitely get another flight in tonight, maybe two.
How are you feeling with the forward takeoffs?
Really not looking forward to it because A, it's a lot of run with a lot of weight on your back, and I know now that if I'm forcing too hard, having to run into wind, then it distorts the frame of the motor, and that's when I will chip the tips of the prop. I mean, it will still fly, but that's far from ideal. But it doesn't happen if I've got a decent breeze. So yeah, but we're not going to get any more breeze tonight, this is it. So I'm just going to have to go for it and do a long run.
Right, okay.
It just keeps getting caught in the tooth.
It's alright, it's alright.
Have I chipped the prop?
Huh?
Have I chipped the prop?
No, prop's fine.
Okay, it was a pretty soft landing.
I'm just going to undo this plug.
Yeah, careful with it because I didn't actually turn it off. The battery just failed. But I'm lying on the.
Okay, you're fine. Nothing's broken.
Great. But it's interesting to know that I didn't go to 0.
Well, it's a good test. Yeah?
Yeah, it's a good test. Is it a good test? It means battery 4 is the one that was a bit temperamental before.
Yeah.
The one that said it had 25% in it. After I landed at 4. Is that one off? Can you just?
Yeah.
Let me just double check that is actually off there, but you've got the power, I think. Give me a moment. Well, that was a nice flight.
Mate, you did great. It's superb. It was really good. We've covered ground now. We've got the car. Look how fast they are. Look at that.
What?
The van is here.
You alright?
Hey!
Right.
Everything okay?
It's all good.
Yeah, good. Everything's good.
I just landed sideways and tipped over. So yeah, Dan was trying to get to that field over there, but I was having low voltage warnings coming back from having 7% a couple of fields that way. Then once I turned around into wind, there's also a bit of a downdraft, so I was needing all my power to stay level. And yeah, it suddenly just went low voltage, and then the low voltage warning appeared red, which I hadn't seen before, which is then when the power just went and died. And so I basically had to come in right here. So that's an interesting thing. Now I know that battery 4 is the one that's had a couple of different issues. Yeah, perhaps it's just a quirk of that battery, but either way, all landings where nothing is damaged are good, even if I did end up falling sideways. But nice and soft. Excellent. And we could fly again if we can get into a different field where I don't have to run uphill. Today has been an absolutely excellent day. I mean, despite waking everybody up at 4:30 to go and try and fly, and putting a few in a slightly bad mood for that because it didn't work out, and the fact that we sat in the field waiting until 6:45 p.m. So we haven't taken off today until 6:45 p.m. And once the winds had died down, though, we managed to do 3 amazing flights and all sorts of different challenging circumstances. The first one was okay. The second one was a nil wind through a bumpy field with a telephone wire in front of us. The second one was uphill, running at a wall, and with a road not very far away. But all of them worked well. We made good ground, and I feel completely different about this whole expedition. Suddenly I feel again like it's actually possible. We can make great distances in short periods of time when the weather's in our favour, and the team is working really well. Josh has arrived, so we've got a second person to do support, and just having somebody ready with a battery in the field so that we can do a rapid turnaround and take off again, I think has made the world of difference. But yeah, kit has worked, team has worked, weather has worked. Excellent day. I couldn't be happier, and I think for the first time since the start of the expedition, I'm going to sleep properly all night. So yeah, we're feeling super relieved.